Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop with a video today on how to mount a TV wall mount, the swivel kind, also that tilts. This one just happens to be an Armstrong, and it's good for a from 17 to 42 inch TV. And this is the mount right here. And some tools you're going to need to make it much easier to mount it. Of course, you need a well, first and foremost, you got to decide which wall you need to mount it on. For example, like that wall over there, that's the outside wall of my house, and it's got concrete block. And if anybody knows, when they do concrete construction, they only use fairing strips up against the concrete, and then they run their sheetrock over there. Whereas in this wall right here, which is an interior wall, this actually has studs, wooden studs. This house was built in the 80s. All right, so I decided I'm going to mount it on this wall right here. About, see, from there to this corner is like a 12-foot space. So right about in the middle, 6 foot, right around there. And like I said, so you're going to need a stud finder to find the stud in the wall, a pencil, a hammer. This is almost a 2-inch brad nail. And what that's for is that once you mark your spot where the stud is, you use this to confirm that you in fact have a wood back there. And then because it's so thin that you can just hit it through the sheetrock, and then once it hits wood, you're going to feel that resistance, and then you're going to feel it go into the wood just a little bit, so you know you're good. A small level to level the mount right there. Of course, the 2 lag bolts that is going to hold the mount down, and these just so happen to be metric. I don't know if you can see it right there, but yeah, see where it says 8.8 on the right there in the head? Yeah, anytime you see those type of numbers on these type of bolts, whether it's a bolt or lag screw, that means it's metric. So in this size head right here happens to be 10 millimeter. All right, so the next tool you're going to need is a drill, because you're going to want to pre-drill the hole into the wood for the lag bolt. Even though this impact driver has the strength to go ahead and force this screw into the wood, I always like the pre-drill, and I think they even recommend it in the instructions as well. I mean, you can go ahead and read that, but this is pretty self-explanatory. But if it's your first time, go ahead and read the instructions first, get familiar, and then set up your tools and what do you call it? And start doing step 1 and so on and so forth. Also, a tape measure, like I said, the impact driver with an attachment for like it's a 1/4-inch socket attachment, and that way you'll be able to drive these, because this one starts biting to the wood, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna hear the impact going. And this drill bit size is 9/64 inch, which you want to make sure that the drill bit is slightly smaller, like a 1/16 of an inch smaller than the diameter of this the screw. Okay, that way there it provides like a guide hole, but at the same time it still has enough grip that this will grip nice and tight. All right, so like I said, take your stud finder, come to the wall, and what you're going to do is you're going to put this on the wall, and this one has a switch button right here on the side that you press it, and when there's nothing on the wall, it's just going to light up red, and then when you slide it across, it's going to what do you call it? Show you where the edge of the stud is. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So I push it. See, actually, I take it back. There's a green light. So you start sliding slowly. Then the closer it gets to the edge of the stud, see, right there, it beeps and it's green, and then you keep sliding. Okay, I let go of the button that time, but actually, let me get a better stance over here. Okay, let's try that again. All right. So, like I said, start away from where you It doesn't matter where you start. It should be able to tell you exactly where the stud is. All right, so let's try that again. So there we go. Slide it, and there's the edge of the stud on the right. Keep sliding over. Let's come from this side. Sometimes these can be a little finicky. Right there. Solid green means that's the edge, the left edge. And then as soon as the light goes out starts blinking again, that means you dropped off. All right, so as you can see, I've already found my my stud location. So this is the edge right here. That marks the right side of the stud. This marks the left side of the stud. And then I took my my little brad nailer, and right in the middle, between those two marks, is where I poked it to find that there was wood back there. All right. So, and from that point, then pretty much, also, oh, height-wise, you have to decide for yourself what the TV height's going to be. Okay. So basically for me, you know, as you can see, there's my bed right there. If I'm going to be watching TV, you know, on my bed, or I'm going to sit up, I want it to be where, you know, I'm not straining my neck and whatnot. So from the floor, I would say I'm almost 6 feet tall, and right where the right there is my mount. The top hole of the mount is going to be right here, and then it's going to drop down another couple of inches. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's check that real quick. All right, so it's about 4 3/4 inches long. So there's the hole right there. There's one hole, and then there's another hole. As you can see, the top hole is round, but the bottom hole is slotted so that you can plumb it. So you can get this one in started, and then you can actually plumb this guy, and then put the bottom screw in once you make your mark and it's nice and plumb. So what I'm going to do is actually bring this to the wall and, you know, set it on the wall. Like I said, I know my mark is going to be, the top hole is going to be that one, so I'm going to go ahead and drill that one first. And then put this on the wall, level it, mark center of the bottom slotted hole right there, and then put it on there. This way here, if I need to, and once I put it on there, and then if I need to go like left or right, I still can if the hole's right in the middle. That's what that's for, to make sure that you're plumb up and down. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the drill and go ahead and drill my pre-hole right there. And you want to stay pretty straight to the wall too, like this, somewhat level. And you don't want to go on an angle like that or like that, but pretty straight. Okay, so right there I'm pretty straight. I'm gonna go ahead and drill it right there. Right until the tip of the drill touches, and it's almost there. Yep, it's already on the wall. See the tip? And the reason for that was that if you look at the drill bit in comparison to the size of the bolt, I want it to go just as deep as the bolt is. Okay, and what that ensures is that this bolt, there's going to be enough guided hole for it to go, and you know, it's not going to bog down or anything like that. Okay, all right, so like I said, let me go ahead and pause this for a second, and I'll show you guys the next step. Okay, so another method you can use to find the other line. So of course, bring the mount over to the wall, set it on the wall, and use the level right on top. Once it's leveled, then mark the bottom hole. But also, then you can also double check it by putting the level like this on the plumb. Okay, let me make sure I get that. So right on that top hole right there, And then, just like that, see there's the top hole, and I'm got the edge, and then line it up with the bottom, and then look at the level, and you see my level is nice and level. So then I can make sure that when I go to drill the hole, it's going to be right there. It's going to be, plumb. And that's going to be the center hole for the bottom slotted hole for the mount. And let me grab this real quick. Okay. So if we put that right there, like that, and you can see the top hole's dead center, and then there's the bottom. So you see that line? It's right in the middle of the slot. So I'm going to go ahead and punch that with the little brad nail and then pre-drill, and that should give me my second hole on the bottom. All right, so I went ahead, like I said, I drilled the bottom hole and put the mount on there, and just to show you that, and I'm checking my level right on this surface right here of this square tube bar instead of the back. I mean, I could do it right here too, but this, I mean, it's very thin. So by sitting right there on this guy, it gives you a better indication, okay, of how level it is. And once it's leveled this way, it's going to be plumb this way, because this is curved, so it's going to be tough to put the level right there to check it. But there you are, see, right there, perfectly leveled. And like I said, this stand right here is pretty good, because not only does it comes out a good, I think 10.5 inches away from the wall, but it tilts forward this way, plus it swivels back and forth, gives you all that movement. So like I said, this can go up to a 42-inch TV, and right now I only have, I'm going to be using a 32-inch to go on here, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's on, it's hanging up there also. Okay, so I forgot to mention that up here, this is actually, so because it tilts forward, this is the top part, and it's made from the factory. So with for the TV mount back panel, that it has like 2 teeth that come down to that. I'm going to show you that. Also, you have to pre-mount the panel, or the flat bracket, onto the TV. And like I said, they're universal, because you can see it has many different holes for different size TVs all over to match. Here's the teeth, or rather the little tabs that will because it helps you that way. There, when you hook, you lift up the TV, you can just set it on the stand and then come back, and there's 2 screws on the stand right there that will go through and tighten up against the other guy, but they go through here to hold it as well. And these are the screws right here that I was talking about. So you take these off, like I said, grab the TV and set it on there, and then put the screws on there. Alright guys, here's the TV mounted on the wall, on the bracket, on the TV mount. And like I was saying before, the 2 screws, here's one of them right there, and you put that in, put one on the other side as well, and that's it, and that'll hold the TV in. So when you want to, like I said, if you want to move it, and that's a long range. Like I said, it's almost like a 45 to the wall, So, I mean, obviously you won't be putting like the bed over there. And in this room, the configuration would be that the bed can be here, the headboard would be right there, it can be right there, or it can be right there. And but this right here is going to work out good for me, because like I said, I can just turn it completely facing that way, and I'll be lying in bed and I can watch my TV right there. Oh, and this TV, I got it on Walmart Cyber Week, and it's this one right here. 32 inch. Like I said, it's a smart TV. Uh, comes with a, they call it a Roku TV, as you can see right there. And the the model is the ONN. I don't know about the company. The price was right. It was like 108 bucks. So you can't go wrong with that. And plus, like I said, it comes with all these apps preloaded on it. And I already have, internet service, Wi-Fi, so this will be able to hook up to that. I got Netflix, which it already has right there. So that's going to work out pretty good. And, well, there you go, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Also, click the bell notification so that you get notifications of new and upcoming videos. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right. See ya.